Good morning, everybody. Look, this is the closest thing we get to snow in Texas, and basically it's a frosty window and there's frost out on the grass. So, you know, we take what we can get. It's a wintry wonderland, basically. All right, on to it. So, one of the things we're trying to accomplish today is we're actually starting the wall sheets for the Hilltop Barndominium. And I know what you're thinking, like, what's taking you guys so long on this build? Well, it's sort of a collection of things. One is all the changes we made with the porches. One is because I had to move plumbing, I actually added a restroom upstairs. So we had to cut into the main foundation so that we could replumb that in. So that was a pretty good size change. Then another cool thing that we did is we decided, hey, we talked to the clients about going to split systems to air condition the whole build. So, real excited to tell you guys that we're actually going to be doing a mini split system for the entire build on this one. It's going to have the Cooper and Hunter. We got split systems going in living, master bedroom. We got the slim duct systems going for the closets, bathrooms, downstairs, and the upstairs we're going to have the split system as well for the main new area that we added the bathroom in, and we will be putting the mini split systems in the shop area. So sorry, I'm a little bit paused here because I just realized I turned the wrong way. So I've got to turn around. But no, there's been quite a few changes, and overall it's really turning out to be a nice build. There's going to be a lot of cool things packed into one spot. So, you know, it takes coordination efforts, but we've got everything done, everything flashed in. We got some really nice gel weld windows. I think I'm saying that right. And those are pretty sweet. But, you know, guys, some of these builds, I mean, it just takes a lot of coordination efforts. Similar to the Maypearl Barndominium, there's a lot to be coordinated there. It has a lot of special things that are happening, and it changes the sequence of how you process or install sometimes based on your finishes. So that's one thing that this build is taking more time for. And you got kind of one extreme to the other. The Hilltop Barndominium was supposed to be just kind of an efficiency style build, not too complex, and it's still pretty simple, but it has been a little more complex just due to the changes and stuff like that we made. So overall, it's coming out. It's going to be nice. We got all our panels and everything there, and we're going to be starting that here in just a little bit. I'll try to show you guys as we get there. So getting turned around, going to head across town and go pick up some plywood that I need to lay down because it's pretty muddy over there, and I've already got some, so there's no reason to go buy some, and I'm going to bring it over here on this property. So that's what's going on today. And I hope you guys are gearing up for Christmas. Don't forget to check out our store and do some shopping. Any moment now, Drew will be releasing the Hill County Barndominium tour video. So it may already be out when you're seeing this. You need to look for that. Boy, it really turned out nice. A lot of rustic features. Huge windmill in the kitchen. Really pleased with how it turned out. Every room has a kind of a talking point, so we had to kind of go through that. The video seemed like it was a little bit long, but overall, you know, it doesn't seem like we're dragging it out. We just try to spend time with you guys and tell you everything about the build as much as we can. It was really fun, and the clients, you know, long-time acquaintance of mine, and I'm super happy for them to get moved in. And what a blessing it is to be trusted with the opportunity to build for no matter who it is. You know, we consider that a huge responsibility. So all right, guys, I'll be back with you shortly. Okay guys, so we're here at the Hilltop Barndominium, and I just want to take a minute and kind of go through this, show you what I'm talking about and some of these changes that we've made. As you can see, a lot hasn't changed necessarily on the outside just yet, but that's going to change today because we're going to get started on the sheeting for the outside of this build. As you can see, I've got windows there. We're going to take a look at that. Porches are built. I'm gonna show you what changed on all that, which actually slowed us up a little bit, and kind of give you guys an update. So let's go on inside, check it out. First, I'm gonna show you these gelled windows. Basically, they're black. It has a little protective cover piece that comes on them right there, but the frame itself is all black, and it's a picture style window, but they actually open. I'll show you on the inside. We have an all solid steel door, which I really love, and it's framed. It comes with the full frame all the way around. We've got a little bit of weatherproofing to do on that particular door, but you can get an idea kind of what we got going there. Now, getting right into really what changed, when we first poured the foundation here, we poured this porch over here, but not any of that. So you can see we've added quite a bit of porch space, and we decided, or the client decided, to go ahead and do a U-shape all the way around. You know, got the kitchen window, bedroom windows, which these are a little bit higher up in those bedrooms, but this porch is U-shaped all the way around, which really is going to add for a dramatic, nice effect. You know, for the overall, and I'll kind of walk out here real quick. It's a little bit muddy, but basically you can see having that porch gives you a real homey feel all the way around. So now, a couple of challenges that we had when we did this was our exit for the plumbing was stubbed out only a couple of feet, so I ended up having to get the plumber back. And there's a couple other reasons why I need the plumber here, so I'll take you guys on the inside and show you what we've been doing up there. So before I go inside, I'll just kind of give you guys some of the stats. Overall, this building length is 90 feet long, 30 feet deep, and we've got the porches that start right on the 30-foot mark and go this way and extend 10 foot go all the way back and extend 10 foot on the back side there. That kind of gives you an overlay, kind of what's happening there. So I'm going to bring you in the side access to the living, because the front door we actually have locked off because we don't want those big steel doors. But before I go in this way, you might notice, as discussed in one of the last episodes, there's a big window right there that overlooks the front side of this property. We just thought that would be a good addition to add off the landing to where you'll be able to look off. I'll give you a little sneak peek where you could look out as you're coming up over the land here off the hillside. So one of the challenges we've been having here of late is windows. So this window right here is a boral window. It got added after the fact, and it ended up being white on the inside. But if you guys are familiar with what's been going on, getting windows right now is near impossible. It takes some of our builds, we've been waiting for like 8 weeks. Okay, so we're gonna go inside the living area. I'm gonna kind of do a recap here. This might give something away here. Let me see. You guys can see in here if the lighting's good. I've got some special stuff here packed in there. That is our 48,000 BTU Cooper and Hunter condenser right there, which is going to go on the back side, which we'll get into here in just a minute. But right now I'm going to enter into the entrance for the side of this build. One of the things you can notice here is the exposed ceiling that we're going to have in here. There's one of our other condensers. There's these beautiful gelled-in windows, and we haven't actually unpackaged these. I could show you on one of these over here in the kitchen how it works. Basically, it's got this little lock system here, and pop this open, and just like that, you can ventilate the house. And it's kind of like a little push-out system. So I really love these windows. It's a clad casement, and it's insulated glass. So it is low E with a thermoplastic spacer. But look at that black. This is really hard to come by, but Geld-Win offers a good solution. You can see the framing here. All this is wood, but it's, you know, it's lined right here with a thermoplastic spacer. So it's really neat and pretty good option. So let me get right into it. What we're doing inside, you've got. This is a good time because the only thing we're lacking in here right now is the electrical, because HVAC is mostly done, plumbing is done, so I ought to be able to show you what we got going. We've got an island that's going to go right here. There'll be an ice maker in this island and a microwave in the side of the island, similar to the Hill County build. If you guys haven't already seen that video, you need to check it out. Also, we'll have the refrigerator on this side. It's plumbed in. We've got a farm sink that's going to go right here. There'll be some cabinet space with coffee maker over here on this back side. We'll have our classic corner pantry. So we're still working out a couple details with the cabinets, how that's actually going to tie in there. And then over this way, same thing. We're going to have a vent hood up here above with our stove below, cabinet space in there. So there's a couple of discussions going about this back wall that's behind me. Potentially is going to be like an accent wall. We may have some masonry right there on this wall. And everything else in here, there's going to be probably a lot of wood accents. Of course, we're going to do all spray foam going around on the interior here. we'll have full envelope of closed cell foam on the living space that goes up and over and above upstairs, which I'll take you up there. Another change that we made in here, if you might remember, if you looked back, I had a door right here, which we eliminated. Primarily the client, wanted to make sure that they could use as much of this space as possible in here. And since there's already a restroom off the shop area for guests or accessibility, then they didn't want to put an extra door here. So this will just kind of be off for the master bedroom. We are going to be installing 12,000 BTU system air handler here. This is going to be Cooper & Hunter with a heat pump. So this is all like 21 SEER, high efficiency. It has, it's sitting right down there. So this is an indoor air handler unit that will be mounted up here, centrally located for this room. And then this is the master bedroom. In this area, you can see we got lots of light, natural light. We also have a door right here off of the back porch for accessibility. There will be another air handler that is mounted up here, centrally located in the center. We're going to have like a barn door here, and we're going to have, we did come back and widen some of these doors. One of the things you think about during going through this process is potentially, getting up there in years, you want to have doors be as wide as possible. So we do have all 3-foot openings going through this area for accessibility purposes. And in here, since we closed off this door, we're talking full height cabinets and vanity space, of course, toilet, and we did a shower with diverter valves over this way. So you'll have water spout, diverter valve, volume control, and one thing that we were able to do here is we put your main spray head over here and all the controls here, because this is the side where you're going to enter. So we put all the valves here so you can control, all of that just right here where the door is, and then you'll have a main spray head up here. So let me get into now what some of the real challenges was that kind of held us up a little bit. And sorry guys, guys were in here yesterday and left quite a bit of a mess today. So let's get some of that stuff out of your way. But you'll be able to see one of the things we had to do is locate our water supply, because upstairs we added a restroom, which was unplanned. But I want to show you, there's our plumbing that we have. And you'll notice that I have like a double wall here. But that's our toilet that we ran upstairs. Comes down, and you can see right there where we did that. This is where we had to cut to get into that space. And we had to cut down there and tie that in and then re-pour all that back. But all the rest of our plumbing work is already done. We actually widened this door, moved this over just a little bit to make additional space available and accessibility for the washer and dryer in an effort to make sure there's going to be plenty of room there. That was another thing that we did down here. So I'm going to take you upstairs and show you how all these changes were made up there. Nice big wide space, so probably a 4-foot wide stair. We are going to be doing like an open railing system. We added a door access here for utilities. But I'll tell you this, there's not a lot of space ceiling height wise up here. Our client was wanting to conserve ceiling height or wall height. They didn't want to go much higher than 14-foot eaves, which is plenty of space for like the shop area. But when you're talking about having a second story, you really lose a lot of space. So this is what you're looking at. This here will be the location of one of the water heaters. This is going to be our manifold for all of our natural gas. Clients have natural gas here. This is a air conditioning copper line set that is going to feed into the shop. We've got a lot of that going on out there right now because the guys are going to be installing mini split systems in the shop area as well. So that'll be all heated and cooled, air conditioned. But coming into this space, let me show you. This is our little addition area, which originally all this up here was just going to be storage. But what you're looking at here is where we added this extra restroom. So in here it'll be pretty simple. There's going to be a shower, toilet. We've got over here going to be vanity with additional cabinet space on this side. And as you can see, when you get far over here to this wall, it gets pretty close to head height. So all of your usable space is mostly out here in the center, but that'll make great for cabinet space over here. You can see just beyond that wall, we do have slim duct systems that are being installed. They're not here today. So they're literally mid-process in doing the install. Over here in this area is more like an entrance. So you come in, there'll be kind of like a little kitchenette area. This could be like a seating space or workspace, desk space, exercise space. And then over here, I think is more going to be a comfortable sitting area, potential turn into a bedroom. I think maybe a hideaway bed. There's going to be a lot of like a Murphy bed option. But one of the things I had to do up here is build some chases going over so that I could run ductwork because they're doing climate controlled storage on both sides. Primarily this area is climate controlled so that they can store, you know, whatever needs to be done. You don't want any space. You don't want any space to go to waste. So we did add windows up here. And these are the same kind of windows we've got downstairs with the gelled well or gelled wind. I always say that wrong. But I think about ply gem. I think about all the different ones. But this is the gelled wind. And right here, what's going to be running across in that duct is your air supply that comes over to this area, which is being fed by a slim duct system, which all of these are all high efficiency systems, 21 SEER, Cooper and Hunter slim duct system, which means you don't have quite as big of a unit. You can see how slim it is, which takes up a little less space, which is pretty convenient for this small area that we have in here. But and then over here on this side is the return, which is in this area. We're also going to have the thermostat in this storage area, so that's feeding all of this area. And then the other unit back here is actually feeding the closet and the bathroom, as well as the laundry area downstairs. So that's how we processed all the loads and everything to where the main rooms that are going to have the wall mounted units are going to be this wall on the very end. There'll be one unit mounted over here right there. It's about a 30-inch wide unit. Just sits right down here in this box. Looks like that. So now these units all come with remotes, but there's also a Wi-Fi adapter that you attach, which you can control from your phone as well. So we've ordered all that with all of this system. So we'll be installing all that as well. So we're still doing rough in here. It took us a while to come back and make the changes for the plumbing so we could pour concrete for the additional porches so that we could come back and rough in and build the frame for the additional porches, as well as come in and rough up and frame all this in that we're doing up above, because originally this was just going to be one big open space. So now we're converting it to a usable additional hideaway or living area. So it's a great option to have. Of course, it'll look out over this big shop, which is approximately 60 by 30. So yeah, there is a little shop restroom here off the side of the shop, which will have a sink in this spot and the toilet area over here. Pretty simple design, but ultimately I guess you're getting about well, it's 1,000 square foot down and up, but usable space up is not quite as usable down. So I hope that explains the situation. We do have materials here. Kind of show you some of the colors. This is going to be, what is the name of this color? Here's all of our trim. We do have some of this got open the other day. You can see this is what kind of our rack guard piece, or whatever you want to call it, flashing at the base, is going to look like. This sets up over that sheet ledge, and I'll be showing you guys what that looks like when it's all said and done. We've got gutters, we've got trim, we got flashing, we've got panels. God, I cannot remember the name of this color for the life of me right now. But I'll remember it later. But of course, we're about ready to get all this covered. You know, it's been a process on this build. Really excited about how it's going to turn out. You guys have all told us that you're interested in how it's turning out. I think what's great about it is the efficiency, size. Of course, you know, now it's going to be a little bit bigger with the upstairs area, but overall you can kind of get a picture right there. All right, guys, so that's the end of the day, and we've got all of these porches covered, which is really exciting because I'm kind of tired of looking at them being uncovered. But you know, this is always part of the process, trying to get to this point where you're ready to start sheeting. And we are ready. We got all the materials here on the ground. The guys will be back tomorrow, and they made, like I said, really good progress. All the porches are covered now, so we are going to head out for the end of the day here. But appreciate you guys following along. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hope you'll do that now. Also, get on over to our Instagram. We're really close to hitting 10,000 subscribers, and or not subscribers but followers on Instagram. And I think last year around this time in December 2019, our YouTube channel was just hitting 10,000. So we just rolled over to 60,000 subscribers. Super pumped about that. We're going to be showing you guys more of this build. So until next time, I'm Josh Helm, wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.